should be aware that the following program contains language and audio images which may be found disturbing and may not be suitable for your snotty-nosed little brat who probably cusses like a sailor behind your back anyway. Parental discretion is advised.
Daddy, I'm coming to see you at visit hours next week. Mama ain't been doing too well, I'll tell you more when we speak. And Billy's loving high school. He's out there blocking for JB. I'm sure he's gonna come around by the time you get released. Friday night, the inmates go quiet. Listen for a voice they know.
It's time to holler to the pipe chase and rattle them bars, because we're going to do a prison show for you right here at beautiful old historic old exciting new KPFT Houston, from the heart of Montrose, where we all hope tomorrow will be a better day.
I can see your freedom, I will hold you once more. The man with no visitors, no money on the books. Remember, David's always gonna be here. You're never so alone. This thing's my love. Friday night, the inmates go quiet. Listen for a voice they know. It's prison radio. Prison radio.
Well, it's Friday night. Welcome to the Prison Show. We've got a good show lined up for you here. A couple of great guests. We've got Sharon McKinney from Tifa, and we've got Keri Blakinger, who I'm sure will have see topics for us tonight, both of them actually. And then we have our Death Row Angels should be on, and I don't see either.
No, Dani said that she's sick tonight. She's really, really sick, and that Linda will be on.
Okay. And Tom said he won't be here.
Linda. She says she can't get on, and she don't know why. So.
Yeah. Well, I heard Google is having some more trouble, so I wouldn't be surprised. But and Tom said he won't make it this evening. He's got a disabled veterans thing.
Yeah. Hey, I want to say something real quick about the song. I just want everybody. I've been getting a lot of letters where everybody wants us to go back to the old song, the Bobby Bear song, but what they don't realize is that that thing's copyrighted, and so every time we played it, we got a hassle about it, and I tried to get permission for it, and the station said that we should come up with the original music, and that's why Charlie wrote that song. He had already wrote one version of that song, but he wrote one just specifically for us and jammed it up because he knew that Hank liked rock and roll. But that way we've got a song and we got permission to play it, and we don't have to worry about copyrights.
Now if they can just get the name right. That's the problem. Yeah. You know, everybody that's done a song for us, none of them got the name right. Bless their hearts for doing it, though. We sure appreciate them. And he's on the right track there no matter what. So we appreciate that like for sure.
Song myself, but
yeah, it's a good song.
I think it's a real catchy song. But, I mean, we played the Bobby Bear song for years and years and years, so I understand the nostalgia behind it. But
well, there's something to be said for tradition, too. I don't know. Maybe we could go back and forth periodically.
But I'd have to get permission from it. That's the problem.
Well, that's
copyrighted.
No, well, I don't know. That's not the way he explained it to me. But the same thing applies for all our other copyrighted music, doesn't it? We pay the royalty fees.
That's on KPFT. That's not with YouTube and Facebook.
Oh, yeah. The streaming. Yeah, the streaming. Okay, so that's the thing called performance complement. And I don't know what performance it complements because it makes it harder for a nonprofit radio station and a show that doesn't make a dime to play something that somebody would give us permission for in a hot minute if they just knew our plight.
I tried, but, you know.
Oh, well.
And that's whenever they told me it was easier just to make our own. So that's what we did.
Well, I'm actually having some good luck with it for wide open spaces and electoral of getting permission from bands. So we could always revisit that later. But for now, we need to get on with this show. And I don't know what I do with my schedule sitting off to the side there. All right. So first up is Keri Blakinger from the Marshal Project. Keri, I've seen a couple of pieces out from you lately, but I want to know what you want to talk about.
Well, I have a few things. First of all, I assume we've updated people on the PAC case. Maybe we haven't. I'm not sure when that happened relative to when you guys last taped, but for anyone that was following the PAC unit lawsuit over, the agency's bad handling of COVID, the Fifth Circuit overturned the district court, so the prisoners lost.
We kind of knew they would.
No, I don't think that's true. Not at all. I mean, they won the first time, right? They won with the air conditioning suit. And after, I don't know, did you watch the trial? I think the trial last summer was very compelling. Like they did, I mean, it was like 3.5 weeks of trial, and they repeatedly showed that the agency was lying in a number of ways. They filed a specific motion accusing 2 wardens of lying. And I mean, not just like, it wasn't just sort of like randomly accusing them, like there were 2 differing accounts of the same scenario and they could not both be true.
Right.
So one of them definitely lied. It was, and that's just one small piece of it. It was overall, very compelling trial. And afterwards, I remember talking to the lawyers, Scott Medlock, and I think Jeff Edwards was on this too, but Scott's the one that I talked to the most. And he was at that point optimistic that the Fifth Circuit would uphold the lower court's decision. But I think that as time drew on, it looked like they were just stalling to try to wait until it was over. And wait until the pandemic was over so that any decision would be just irrelevant. If they wait till people have been vaccinated, then it's easier to say this doesn't matter. That's more or less what happened. So I guess it was last week, or maybe it's the week before. I think it was last week though, that the Fifth Circuit overturned the lower court's decision. The lawyers are not sure if they're going to appeal to the Supreme Court. It seemed like they were leaning towards not. I'm not sure what the point is, and with a court that looks like this, with the Supreme Court as conservative as it is right now. And, also since we're nearing a point where, PAC unit is increasingly getting vaccinated. As I understand, some of the plaintiffs in the case have been vaccinated. I guess that loss is at this point not surprising, but if you'd asked me in like December, when even the lawyers seemed optimistic, I felt differently about it, because plaintiffs' lawyers are not usually optimistic in these kinds of cases, so it's saying something when they are. So that's one piece of unfortunate news. Sorry to deliver that to everyone. And that also sort of brings me to vaccinations. I've been trying to stay on the agency to figure out what their most recent vaccination numbers are. I didn't get last week's numbers, but I understand that as of the week before, they'd done like 1,800 some prisoners. I read somewhere else that they'd done 3,000 by last week. But I still don't have a breakdown as to how many of those are first doses or second doses. I think they're doing all Moderna. They're prioritizing, over 65 with medical conditions. And I think they've done, the last I checked, so this was 2 weeks ago, on staff, they'd done like 11,000-ish had gotten a first dose. I don't know what that's at now. That's not terrible. That's not a terrible like compliance rate for staff, because some of the reporting we did in other prison systems, like half the staff were refusing it. And I'm sure that's probably going to be true in a lot of units in TDC as well. But that, I mean, seems like a good start at least. I know all the staff I've talked to have either gotten it or gotten it elsewhere. And, you know, it is not surprising, but it is unfortunate that, you know, here we're at a point where everyone in the free world can just go to HEB and sign up. It's completely open to everyone. And, you know, TDC is at like, what is this, like probably 3%? If it was up to 3,000 some people, it would have been like maybe 3% of prisoners would have been vaccinated, which is, you know, just really unfortunate. I mean, I don't have to tell you guys know, you're listening, like, you know, y'all can't social distance. Like, this is a high risk environment. And, although they never explicitly said we're deprioritizing prisons, that is clearly what has happened. And I don't blame TDC for this. This is actually not TDC's fault. This is the state's decision. You know, TDC has been given X number of doses. They're distributing it, you know, how they're distributing it. And, you know, they even if they, you know, give all their doses in the most timely manner, they're not, they haven't been given enough doses for everyone yet. And I think that's really unfortunate. I have been vaccinated. I'm pleased to say. So
Got both of mine. So
yeah, I did Pfizer. What'd you do? I did the Pfizer one.
Yeah, Pfizer.
Yeah. I'd heard a lot about side effects. All the sort of people in my little quarantine bubble were pretty good on side effects. I didn't really have any. I'm, you know, glad to say.
I didn't have any.
Although I feel lethargic.
Yeah.
I guess the day after I was kind of lethargic, just didn't really want to do too much.
Yeah, that's the most common thing that I've heard.
Yeah.
One of my friends was like really sick for 2 days, but I mean, far less sick than if, you know, if she'd had COVID.
Is that the Moderna? My boss had the Moderna and he got really bad sick the second day.
Oh yeah, actually my friend that got sick, yeah, she let's see, one of them was Moderna, one was Pfizer, and another was Moderna. So yeah.
The ones that I know that have gotten Pfizer, that's what I had. It just really didn't do too much.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was not even tired. A lot of people were tired. I wasn't even tired.
Well, maybe I'm just lazy because it made me
You know, it's interesting. You mentioned about about them not prioritizing inmates, and it's interesting to me that TDCJ and particularly Brian Collier and these guys had said that they were going to follow the state's lead and treat the population in TDCJ more or less the way the states were treating convalescent homes and things, where seniors were in a similar situation where they were not mobile, they were around the same people all the time, not able to necessarily distance everywhere, you know, 2 people to a room, 4 people to a room, whatever. And it's interesting to me that, you know, what them staying in lockstep with the state on that didn't result in better results for them from the state for all that cooperation in getting more vaccines. You know, it's like a political thumb in the eye kind of deal, you know.
Yeah, that's interesting. I mean, I didn't think of it that way. I mean, I sort of felt like, you know, the agency was, you know, saying what they needed to say, like, yes, we will do what we're told. And, you know, not surprisingly, the state didn't prioritize prisoners. You know, I will say the one thing that I don't know, this is clearly not intentional, but one sort of interesting side effect of this is I talked to some people who have said, you know, some guys both in TDC and in other prison systems who have said that, you know, now that they've seen enough people in the free world getting vaccinated first, they felt better, like they weren't being used as guinea pigs. Because I think in the beginning, like quite rightly, a lot of people in prison were worried that they were going to kind of be used as guinea pigs. And now that they haven't been prioritized, which I still think they should have been, you know, now I think everyone's gotten the chance to see that, you know, that this has worked safely for large numbers of people, and that it's not just about using prisoners as guinea pigs. So, I mean, maybe that will make some people more willing, you know, more willing to get the vaccine. I have to say, when they started like vaccinating, I was thinking about like back to when I was in prison and would I have taken it? And like when they first started vaccinating, I probably would have taken it, but I would have been nervous about a prison system's ability to administer a new vaccine and, and do so safely and manage side effects safely. But I think now, a few months in, like if I were on the inside now, I would definitely want to get vaccinated. Because I think we've seen that the side effects are, not frequently something that's unmanageable.
Yeah, actually, my Linda, her brother had some pretty serious side effects, but subsequent to that, we found out that he also may have been exposed to COVID immediately before that.
So that's why. Yeah. So if you have really bad side effects on your first dose, then it usually means you've just had COVID, or you previously had COVID. And if
like
side effects
burns on you. It was like burns on his legs,
Oh, wow.
Streaked down his arm where he got the shot and things, and his legs, all turned red, and really like burns to the point where they're worried about scarring.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I guess still better than being on a ventilator.
It beats the hell out of it. Yeah.
Right?
Yep. Well, all right. So we've covered 2 topics right there.
Yes. So I have 2 other things. One was drugs.
Lord have mercy. Don't get me started on this one.
So some of y'all may have seen it, but me and Jolie at the Texas Tribune, we did a story together about, looking back a year later after they started that inspect to protect stuff with the, no greeting cards and all that jazz. And, since they did that at the same time that they ended up shutting down visitation, it sort of unwittingly created this perfect experiment. Like, if they're going to say drugs are coming in from families, and you crack down on mail at the same time that you crack down on, you cut off visitation, then if drugs are still coming in, they're not coming from families, right?
So but they're coming from drones.
Right. That doesn't explain the number of drugs that are in prisons.
It's utter nonsense. Yeah.
Well, no, there are drones. Like, I've seen pictures of them, but they're not enough to possibly explain the amount of drugs that are in prisons, the amount of general contraband,
Yeah.
What Hank is referencing here is that in the story, in case you haven't read it, it says something about, like, the agency responds at one point by saying that one of the problems is drones, which is true. And, like, some amount of stuff still gets in through the mail. Fine, true. But none of that explains like the amount of drugs on the units. And of course, to the surprise of nobody listening to this, more than a dozen prisoners and staff that we talked to said that the problem was the staff. Because during COVID, obviously the staff stopped checking each other as much. They weren't searching each other as much at the gate, because of course they weren't, like, nobody wanted to touch each other. So we did get some data to back some of this up. Let's see, in 2019 they found drugs in, like, day rooms and common areas that weren't, like, attached to a person, just sort of in unclaimed areas, 2,300 times. And in 2020 that happened 2,297 times. So almost the exact same amount of drugs found in common areas when there were or were not, like, mail restrictions and visiting restrictions. And obviously I'm not saying this to, knock anyone's whatever, you're doing to have fun in your cell. I'm that, that's not my point. My point of writing this, I'm not judging whatever you're doing in your, free time alone. I'm just I wrote this because I, wanted to fact check this claim that drugs were coming in through the mail and through visits, because that's something that affects a lot of people. And it's, it's something that really especially affects parents that have, kids on the outside that want to send them greeting cards and, little art and things like that, and can't do that now. Also, one of the things that was kind of remarkable was I'd been hearing for a long time about this issue at Styles, and they sort of cleared out Styles unit in January. I don't know if you heard about that. They moved a whole bunch of the guys like all over the state, right? And I had heard that they'd done this huge shakedown and found all these, drugs and cell phones, and I wasn't able to get an amount of total drugs that they found, but prosecutors said that it was an unusually large amount of drugs. And what I thought was interesting was that what
Big
they
drone.
Right. No, not from a drone, right? Well, but what's interesting is they found K2 cocaine. That's not coming in through the mail. Meth,
right?
Coming in through some of that could come in through the mail. And marijuana, that's definitely not coming through the mail. Bags of pills, jars of alcohol, which I don't think that's even coming from a drone. Like, there's no we all know that's not where it was coming from. But I'm just saying, I don't even think it's possible to be coming from drone. 74 cell phones, and as a result, 15 staff members, either fired or were, or resigned or whatever.
Just at Styles.
Yeah, just in this was just in that 3-4 days of searching they did in the end of January. And I'm only saying this because I know that people in Styles could be listening to this, and I know that some of them had questions about sort of what happened, because I've had people reach out to me about oh, did the warden get disciplined? Don't know, never confirmed that. Don't have any idea. I heard staff got fired. I heard staff got walked off. So this is what the agency is saying as of now, that it's 15 staff, 12 of whom were guards, and that nobody's been criminally charged, but there's an investigation ongoing. So I don't know, for anyone who was interested in that whole mess, that is the current status of it now, to the best of my knowledge.
So that's a pretty good number of staff
at
one unit. So that may indicate a more systemic problem.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think just the basic facts that there hasn't been, visitation. And, the other thing is, I mean, staff here are low paid, way lower paid than, New York or Bureau of Prisons. There's plenty of places where guards are being paid much better. And I mean, I realize that their salaries, which is 36 to 45,000, is it's better than working at Walmart or McDonald's. But everyone listening to this knows how bad it is on these units. You're cold in the winter, you're hot in the summer. There's people screaming all the time, and you're gonna get dashed sometimes. It's not a good working environment. So it's not a surprise that if you pay people in that range, you're going to get people who don't care, who don't feel like they're paid enough to, treat people as, people with dignity.
Don't want to follow policy.
Yeah. So, I mean, obviously there are definitely, I know there are good people that work in there because I talk to them, but it's not surprising that you're going to have these sorts of problems. And I think the agency takes it personally, I'm coming after them when I keep dinging them on the pay thing. But I mean, that is not TDC's fault that they aren't paying their guards better. They're just, the legislature isn't funding it. And that's a really unpopular thing to fund guard salaries,
Well, we're going to have to cut this off, but I want to say, with 5,000 staff short from the budgeted amount for TDCJ, there should be some money somewhere to work things out, or maybe get better health care or better food or something.
I think that's the whole point, though. They're still short on money with those positions unfilled.
Yeah. Well, I have no doubt. Now, I don't know. They also just came out with the other report about losing $6 million on agriculture in the last 5 years.
Yeah. Oh, that's was wild. Yeah.
So that really means you're just keeping that going. Some of that is just kept going to keep guys out there working.
Yes. Yeah. Should we take a minute and explain this? We're running behind. I don't know. Do we want to give anybody context here?
That's up to Cowboy Dave.
I have very little to say.
5 minutes over, believe it or not.
But look, I have very little to say, so let her have some of my time.
Okay, I'll do this real quick.
Okay.
Okay, cool. So last week, I was tweeting some about how there was a state audit that showed that the state that TDCJ would have saved money if they just bought some of their products instead of, relying on TCI. They're literally losing money on TCI. Like, for one, they could have saved $17 million if they didn't make y'all go out there and work for free, and if they just bought some of these products instead. For two, when it comes to field crops in particular, they actually lost $6 million over 5 years. So that means they literally, chose to throw away this taxpayer money in order to keep people working out in the fields for zero pay. There's so much more I could say about that, but those are the top line takeaways, and I don't want to eat into your time anymore.
Well, Keri, thank you so much. We need to round up these two very topics, and at some point I want to get into healthcare, because people are dying and people are living in pain needlessly. So thank you so much.
See you, Sharon.
Sharon, if you'll unmute and come to us, let's go ahead and get you going.
Okay, there you go. So really, the biggest thing we have going on is we have a hearing for House Bill 1805, the Earned Time Credit Bill, will be heard on Wednesday. So we have put all of our time and resources into preparing for that. We'll be headed to Austin tomorrow to get all of our people prepared to testify for that bill on Wednesday. I went and listened to testimony in the Corrections Committee last Wednesday, and it was interesting that Keri was talking about the guards bringing the drugs in, because there was a bill presented by Representative Sherman for medical treatment for opiate addicted people when they come into the system. And the person testifying, he was an ex inmate, and he asked him, do the majority of drugs come in through the guards? And he said, absolutely. So there was only one witness, and then the next person that came up was a TDC representative, and she was floored. I mean, she was blindsided by their questions of if they knew guards were bringing it in. And of course, she handled it really well and said, well, we'll check into that. But it was a pretty good hearing.
After many decades of it.
Right.
Well, we'll look into it.
Yeah. We'll look into it. So that was pretty interesting. There's like 19 correction bills that are going to be heard on Wednesday, some really good ones, but we're going to testify for the Earned Time Credit Bill and hopefully get some movement on that this session. It's the third session that we've worked on it, and hopefully we'll get some movement on it. So really, that is what Tifa is doing. Our newsletter will go out at the end of this month. Yeah. Okay. I don't speak Spanish, but
Rosie did. I could see it on her face.
Yeah, it must have been funny, huh? So that's the newsletter, testifying for that, waiting for independent oversight, and just making office visits. That's pretty much what we're doing these days. So,
how are the meetings going? You guys having a lot of online meetings?
We were doing a meeting online every week. We have knocked that down to 2 weeks. I mean, the first and third Tuesday we're doing it. We have a few chapters that are going to go back to meeting in person. We have Tyler is going to meet this Thursday, and I believe Waco is trying to meet in April or maybe May. So slowly the chapters are going to come back face to face. We're going to keep an online meeting at least once a month for those who don't feel comfortable yet in an in-person meeting. So it's been quite different doing it via Zoom. It's just not as personal, but it worked.
Well, I kind of find an advantage to the Zoom is that it's easier for people to do that than it is to travel a lot of times. Of course, your chapters are more, in more specific areas. But like for the prison show, we're all over Houston area, you know.
Right. And we didn't want to take away from the chapters when we started the Zoom, but you're right. It is much easier to Zoom. Just do it from home.
Yeah, I find that true for us too. But we really do still want to get back in the studio and everything because I don't know. It's more interpersonal relations with us on the prison show gang.
Right.
You know, and then having
it with the callers and the listeners. We had our numbers were up, and then in the beginning of the pandemic, our numbers were stayed up, and now it's like hit and miss. Last week, we only had 300 and some odd viewers that logged in on the Facebook page. The week before that, we were up to 800 or 900. I mean, it's just like you can't really tell what's going to go on. And I try and share it in as many groups as I can, but at the same time, I mean, everybody knows where we're at. It's the same people. It's just that I think right now people are actually able to get out.
Right.
They've been cooped up for so long that now they're getting out. And
yeah.
And I mean, I don't blame them, but at the same time, it does hurt the ratings.
Yeah. And we're seeing the same thing with our membership. You know, our membership, like last year and even the year before, it was steady growing. And now we lose each week about as many new that we get. So we're kind of at this place where we're just staying steady on our membership, and we do membership drives, and we're like, what is going on? But I don't know. I'm with y'all. I like the in-person, but I really like the Zoom. So, but yeah. I got vaccinated too. I have Moderna, and I'm going to tell you.
Did you get sick?
I did. Yeah. My second shot, I got really sick. I got chills, had a low-grade fever, and then my body just hurt. But it was over in like 8 hours. So it didn't last any longer than that. But I said, woo, if that's a piece of COVID, I'm glad I got the shot.
Yeah.
So,
well, I don't know if it's a piece of COVID because none of the vaccines are actually supposed to have COVID, but it's your body trying to fight off anything because it's a foreign substance coming inside you. And yeah, there's a lot of noise on the line tonight.
Yeah, Linda is on the phone in the other room, and I can hear her if I take my headphones out, but it's pretty low.
But your microphone's picking it up.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that explains that. That's why I keep getting muted. I was looking for my my mic volume on this system because it's not the same as it is for my computer. I don't think.
We got a couple more minutes, Sharon. Why don't you tell the guys how they can get a hold of you, or maybe tell the families how they can get a hold of you so that they can come to a meeting once the ones that are actually having meetings.
Okay, so for our families that are at home, you can go to our website at tifa.org, tifa.org. Go on the top, go under chapters, and you can find which chapter is in your area. We have 27 chapters. We're not for sure, since nobody's met for a year, really, who's still there and who's not. So we're probably going to be regrouping a whole lot during the fall when we find out who's still there and who's not. If you are on the inside and you want to write us, you can write us at P.O. Box 300, 220, Austin, Texas, 7. I don't know the zip code. Let me look on my phone.
Well, with a little luck, I've got some of my mic issues wrapped up here.
78703.
That's it.
Yep.
So P.O. Box 300, 220, Austin, Texas, 78703. Our phone number is 512-371-0900. You do have to leave a voicemail. It's a remote answering machine. but hopefully somebody will get back with you pretty soon.
Can you run through those one more time so anybody that was slow writing like me could get them?
Okay. If you want to write to us, you can write to us at Post Office Box 300220, Austin, Texas 78703. If your family needs to call us, they can call us at 512-371-0900. They have to leave a message and we will call them back. And our website is tifa.org. It's TIFA.org, O-R-G. Email tifa@tifa.org.
That one was easy.
Okay.
Thank you, Miss Sharon. We appreciate you coming on.
All right. Talk to y'all soon.
All right. Thank you.
David, I'm just going to mute myself and hang on because I'm afraid if I log off, I'll log it off too.
Oh.
You signed on first. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to listen. I'm going to listen.
Oh, that's fine. You're welcome to stay all night.
See y'all later. Bye.
Bye-bye. Okay, we need to bring on our Death Row Angels, which tonight will be Miss Linda instead of both of you. How you doing?
I'm doing fine. Dani's not feeling well tonight, so
that's what I heard.
Yeah, she's not. Bless her heart. Y'all pray for her because she's really had a hard time.
How is Rev doing too?
Rev's doing okay. He's doing fine.
Okay, good. Because last week he had a rough day and went ahead and got off the call early.
Yeah, he's been having some rough days, but he's okay.
Okay, good deal.
Yeah. Okay. Good evening, everyone on Texas Death Row. We hope everyone is staying safe and we hope everyone is enjoying visits. We've had a little bit of good news. Ramiro Gonzalez was originally scheduled for April the 20th, but the courts postponed his until November 17th. Unfortunately, our friend Rick Rhodes received a date of September the 28th. As of today, we now have 5 executions scheduled, the next one being Quentin Jones. Please send the governor's number to all your friends and family. I know we have some general population residents, and you too can send the number to your friends and family. It is 512-463-2000. In addition, Quentin was convicted out of Tarrant County. We encourage calling not only the governor, but also the DA. The DA of Tarrant County is Sharon Wilson, and her telephone number is 817-884-1400. The prison show will be at Quentin's protest, just like we are at all protests. If you're in the Houston or Huntsville area, join us. Hey, Leroy at the PAC unit, say it with me. Remember, no voice is too small. If you want to see the end of the death penalty, get up and do something about it. Stop relying on other people to do it for you. As of today, the execution schedule is Quentin Jones, May 19th, John Hummel, June 30th, John Ramirez, September the 8th, Rick Rhodes, September the 28th, Ramiro Gonzalez, November the 17th. James Calvert, you were originally scheduled for conference at the Supreme Court on March 26th, but that was rescheduled for a date yet to be determined. Eric Williams, a brief for the Lewis Stein Center for Law and Ethics at Fordham University School of Law, has amicus curiae in support of petitioner on March 29th at the Supreme Court. In addition, on April the 1st, you filed a motion at the district court for authorization for funds for mitigation specialists. Lucky Ward, on March 22nd, you submitted an unopposed motion to abate appeal, remand for a hearing and permit preparation of the complete appellate record. Then on March 31st, the CCA determined that the findings shall be made and any necessary supplement shall be filed within 30 days of the date of this order. Your brief will be due within 30 days. Willie Washington, on March 23rd, you and the state submitted a joint advisory at the district court concerning the partial reopening of visitation at Pulaski. Paul Story, on March 24th, the Fifth Circuit combined several of your cases. Kershawn Ramey, on March 29th, the Fifth Circuit scheduled oral arguments for you. Those arguments will take place on June the 9th at 3 p.m. in New Orleans. John Ramirez, on March 29th, the state filed an opposition to your motion for funding at the district court. Casole, the letter you wrote hit your district court docket on March 24th. In addition, on March 31st, your subsequent application failed to satisfy the requirements of Article 11 .071. They dismissed it as an abuse of the writ without considering the merits of the claim. Eugene Broxton, on March 26th, you filed an advisory regarding state court proceedings. This was at the district court. Dylan Compton, on March 29th, you submitted your appeal to the CCA. Ricky Cummins, on March 31st, the CCA said you have failed to satisfy the requirements of Article 11.071. Your subsequent application has been dismissed by the CCA. Dani wants to give a few shout outs. She's sending much love to Farron, Perry, Philo, Paul, Brian, and of course, Rick Rhodes. Curtis said Estelle, she will be there as soon as she can, still having problems walking, but she loves you. Leroy at the PAC unit, great big hugs to you from Danielle. She loves you. And to her two favorite men at the Ellis unit, Rex and Bruce, she loves y'all both. So guys, that's all we have for tonight. It's kind of a slow week. So hopefully they'll stop giving people dates. I don't like that.
Well, yeah.
You got a poem?
No, nobody sent me any poems. Nobody sent Dani any poems. So we need poems, guys.
Well, there you go. Well, Miss Linda, thank you very much. Miss Dani, we hope you're feeling better, like right away, so we can have you back on next week. And let me see, Daniel Minisini. There he is. Daniel Minisini.
It's all 10 minutes tonight.
Hey, oh, fantastic! You don't even have the time to hang to fool around here. So today, since we in the prison show, I like to think that we do like three things. We try to prevent people, especially youngsters, to enter into the system. Then we take care about the people that they are in the system, and there's 2.2 million people in the United States that they are in prison or jails. And third, we try to help the people that they come out to re-enter society. So since that is what we do, I would like to touch base today on how to prevent entering this system, especially in Texas. And since, as you know, I'm deputy to follow the immigration topic, I would like to talk about the disinformation that the immigrants in Central America, they have during these days to reach the southern border of United States. So I think this could be important for the families that are here in the area around Houston, because they certainly have families in the Central America, and they are listening to a lot of news that seems that they're encouraging to come to the United States. So I read an article from the Border Hub, which I think we can rely on. And I will read it for you. Está claramente en español, so that you can have some more information to take an informed decision. Así que esto es de lo que vamos a hablar esta noche. Como os decía anteriormente, el Prison Show no solo ayuda a las personas que están en la cárcel en este momento, sino que tiene otras dos temáticas muy grandes. Por una parte, ayuda a las personas que acaban la sentencia, las ayudan a reintroducirse en la sociedad, y por la otra parte, intenta dar informaciones para prevenir el hecho de que las personas caigan en el sistema de las cárceles. Pues esta noche os voy a leer un artículo que habla sobre la desinformación sobre la frontera del sur de Estados Unidos, especialmente la de Texas, que pone en riesgo a los migrantes. Y como sé que hay varias familias que escuchan a The Prison Show en Houston y alrededor de Houston, que son de México, de Guatemala, de Honduras, de El Salvador, pues a esas familias les vamos a dar estas noticias para que puedan comunicarse con sus queridos en esos sitios, si tal vez hayan decidido que se quieren poner en marcha para entrar en Estados Unidos a través de la frontera sur. Pues aquí vamos. Este es un artículo de Verónica Martínez que se ha escrito el 30 de marzo y está en el sitio web Border Hub. Empezamos con noticias sobre Ciudad Juárez. A metros de distancia del Centro de Atención Integral para Migrantes, en Rigo puede ver el muro de metal que divide a las comunidades fronterizas de México y Estados Unidos, así como los edificios y hogares en El Paso, en Texas. El sueño americano es tan cercano que puede escuchar el tráfico del otro lado de la valla, pero al mismo tiempo tan lejano para él. Decían que ya había abierto la frontera. Entonces nosotros pensamos que sí era cierto, dice Rigo, sobre los rumores que escucho a voces en Guatemala y que lo animaron a él y a su esposa a hacer la travesía con su hija de 3 años hasta el norte de México. La familia salió de Guatemala a finales de enero, después de perder su hogar y empleo en una bananera por los desastres naturales ocasionados por las tormentas Iota y Eta en noviembre del 2020. Pero el cierre de las fronteras no se mira hasta allá, hasta que uno llega aquí, mira la realidad, afirma decepcionado. Pese a que autoridades estadounidenses y mexicanas buscan disuadir a migrantes centroamericanos de venir a la frontera entre los dos países y que el presidente de Estados Unidos, Joe Biden, dijo no vengan durante una entrevista para ABC News, un panorama distinto se difunde en Centroamérica y en redes sociales. Una narrativa difundida por estafadores, coyotes, los contrabandistas de personas, y hasta por los mismos migrantes, les hace creer que ahora es más fácil atravesar la frontera para llegar a territorio estadounidense. Con miles de migrantes y solicitantes de asilo como Rigo, salen de sus países empujados por miedo a la violencia, los estragos que ocasionan tormentas tropicales y dificultades económicas. Es una ventana de oportunidad más para las personas que están esperanzadas cruzar Estados Unidos, pero hemos repetido en varias ocasiones que no está abierta la frontera, dice Enrique Valenzuela. Enrique Valenzuela es el coordinador del Consejo Estatal de la Población, instancia encargada del centro. En Facebook se pueden encontrar grupos de migrantes, algunos con más de 10.000 o 200.000, donde se hacen preguntas referentes a procesos migratorios y rumores de que tan fácil es cruzar por ciertas fronteras. Se ofrecen préstamos y se comparten servicios de aventón y cruces. Rigo menciona ser parte de algunos de estos grupos, pero nunca le prestó atención a las publicaciones de quien él piensa que son coyotes y delincuentes. Nunca confíe en ellos, porque algunos dicen que lo van a pasar a uno, pero solo le quitan el dinero o lo secuestran, dice Rigo. Es mejor venir solo que arriesgar la vida con unos estafadores. Es mejor venir solo. Marta, una migrante hondureña que fue deportada por el puente internacional Paso del Norte el 19 de marzo, menciona que no es miembro de ninguno de los grupos de Facebook, pero que los visita regularmente para informarse. La madre de una menor de 1 año dice que llegó a considerar usar algún servicio que la transportaría de Chiapas a la frontera norte, pero le era imposible pagar el precio de 45.000 quetzales, unos 120.000 pesos. Lo que a nosotros nos decían es que si estaban dejando entrar a papás y a mamás con menores de 5 años, dice Marta, esos comentarios la alentaron a tomar la decisión de viajar fuera de su país. Muchas de las personas que llegan aquí a la frontera nos expresan que tenían información de que la frontera ya estaba abierta y que podían presentar sus solicitudes de asilo, afirma Blanca Navarrete, la directora de Derechos Humanos Integrales en Acción. De acuerdo con Navarrete, la gran mayoría de los migrantes recién llegados dicen desconocer la política del Título 42, código que permite que autoridades de la Border Patrol y Aduanas y Protección Fronteriza, el CBP, negarle la entrada a individuos debido a la emergencia sanitaria del COVID. Además, los solicitantes de asilo terminan frustrados al enterarse que situaciones meramente económicas no son razones válidas para aprobar sus casos. Hasta febrero del año fiscal 2021, más de 300.000 personas han sido expulsadas de los Estados Unidos por la frontera sureste bajo el Título 42. Esto es lo que muestran las cifras oficiales. No vengan a la frontera. La frontera está cerrada. Eso es lo que dice tajante Roberta Jacobson, asistente especial del presidente Biden y coordinadora para la frontera sur. La funcionaria advierte que las personas que intentan viajar a Estados Unidos de manera irregular corren el riesgo de convertirse en víctimas de delitos y trata de personas. Es un viaje peligroso y los coyotes con los que se endeudan los migrantes son personas peligrosas. Sé que muchos migrantes pueden estar soportando dolor y dificultades, pero debo enfatizar que la frontera de Estados Unidos está cerrada. No hagan el peligroso viaje. Quédense en casa, manténganse a salvo y esperen más información sobre el proceso de asilo. Afirma luego de su viaje a México para tratar el tema migratorio con autoridades del gobierno de López Obrador. Agentes de CBP aseguran que organizaciones criminales continuamente explotan a personas desesperadas, haciéndolas pagar miles de dólares para pasarlas de contrabando por la frontera a Estados Unidos. Estos criminales dejan a personas en casas de seguridad que están en condiciones escuálidas o los abandonan en el desierto bajo situaciones riesgosas y letales, como temperaturas extremas, o sin suficiente comida, o sin agua, o sin ropa. Eso es lo que dice el especialista de Relaciones Públicas de CBP, Lyndon Hutchins. Los solicitantes de asilo que llegan a la frontera norte no solo están expuestos a estafas que los hacen perder miles de dólares, sino también a secuestros y extorsiones a sus familias en sus países de origen o en Estados Unidos, dice Navarrete. En el caso de mujeres migrantes, estas pueden sufrir violencia de género y sexual por parte de los traficantes o durante el transcurso desde Centroamérica. Su vulnerabilidad es mayor, agrega Valenzuela, porque las personas de Centroamérica que son retornadas a territorio mexicano por el gobierno de Estados Unidos permanecen en el país con un estatus migratorio irregular que no les permite trabajar formalmente. Quienes se dedican a traficar personas están haciendo su negocio y están alentando la esperanza que tienen los migrantes de poder cruzar, dice el funcionario. La necesidad y la esperanza son ingredientes perfectos para que ellos interpreten lo que quieren. En la Agencia de las Naciones Unidas para los Refugiados, que se llama ACNUR, señala: se difunden hasta ofertas de matrimonio irregulares, falsificación de actas, sellos y formas migratorias y ofertas de regularización a través de empleos falsos como otras estafas comunes. También señala que a los migrantes se les pide realizar los pagos de esos trámites migratorios y visas falsos en cuentas federales y no a individuos. ACNUR, junto a la Organización Internacional para las Migraciones, UNICEF México y la Comisión Nacional de los Derechos Humanos, creó una herramienta de información para refugiados y migrantes llamada El Jaguar, donde emite información confiable y advierte sobre los distintos fraudes detectados. El Jaguar es accesible a través de una página de Facebook y cualquier pregunta se puede hacer confidencialmente vía Messenger. Eso es todo por esta noche. That's all for tonight. I think we cover a specific topic of the many that we have here in the prison show, this time dedicated to prevent people, and especially the weak people, the ones that are in need, to enter the system. All right. Thank you very much for the time, Dave, Heinke, and the entire gang.
All right, Daniel Minisini, thank you very much. Well, we've got a pretty good list of callers lined up here, and we also have a break song coming, so we're going to take a break and play the break song for you, and then we'll be right back.
1, 2, 3, 4. Welcome to San Quentin, the warehouse of human waste. Welcome to San Quentin, the warehouse of human waste. The doghouse where old cons die, younger inmates take their place. Welcome to my cell block, a hellhole of sorts you see, yeah. Welcome to my cell block, a hellhole of sorts you see. Screams behind locked doors, prison fantasies are more than free. Concrete walls, gun towers, dead cold hard steel. Dreams start to haunt you and nightmares are real. Hey, hey, yeah. Day-to-day living, welcome to San Quentin Penitentiary. Queue is filled with sorrow, where inmates break down and cry. The queue is filled with sorrow, where inmates break down and cry. There's no hope for tomorrow, inmates' life is fight or die. I have no excuses for what I have done. I have no excuses for what I have done. The only difference between me and you is I shot the gun. Caged in the cell, waiting for my life to end. Caged in the cell, waiting for my life to end. 1 hour of smelling freedom, then it's back in my shithole again. Concrete walls, gun towers, dead cold hard steel. Dreams start to haunt you and nightmares are real. Hey, hey. Yeah, 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 yeah. Day-to-day living, welcome to San Quentin Penitentiary. Hear the birds as they fly, free in the sky. Hear the birds as they fly, free in the sky. Locked inside this prison, I hang my head and cry. Welcome to San Quentin, the prison of murder and greed. Welcome to San Quentin, the prison of murder and greed. Cellmate is a devil, pray the warden set you free. Day-to-day living, welcome to San Quentin Penitentiary. Come on in and stay a while.
KPFT FM and FM HD1, Houston. Okay. All right. So, folks, we're ready to get with the callers now. And I have been writing you down as you come on. So if you just came on, you're towards the end of the list. If you came on back at the beginning of the show, you're towards the front of the list. It looks like we'll have time for everybody. Why don't we start with Miss Bella?
Hey, Jedediah. Hi, baby. I love you and miss you. And we are still in the mountains. We're in Pigeon Forge tonight, but we'll head home tomorrow. And we, of course, brought Kai and Boomer. And, you know, our little one had to bring that bird. But we've had a good time. Austin stayed till he went home on Saturday because he had to be at church on Sunday for our Easter service. Today we went to the Ripley's Aquarium, which Mason had never been, so he really, really had a good time there. And last night we went to Dolly Parton's Stampede dinner show. So that was pretty good. And we basically just piddled around and had a good time. But I'm ready to go back home because it's late now and I'm tired and I'm just ready to be in my own bed. But we have had a good time. So I want to tell you, I hope you're getting your stay-pays, and I'm hoping I hear from you because I didn't get a call Thursday night, but I've got my fingers crossed for tonight. So anyway, I'll call in the morning to see if we can get our visit scheduled for next week, and I'll let you know in a JPay. But you take care and stay safe for me, and I love you, Jedediah. Night, night, sweet dreams.
All right. Thank you. Milena.
Good now. Hi, everybody.
Yeah. How you doing?
My shout out is going to John Thiessen again. Hi, it's me, your German pen pal. I got your letter today. I tested that American number I got today with Kathy, and she called me and it all worked out. So she's going to send you the number in my next letter. She's very lovely and I had a great time talking to her today. I'm thinking of you and I'm sending you my warmest hugs. And hopefully I can come visit you next year when all the COVID stuff is starting to calm down. Keep your head up, be strong, and I'm rooting for you every day. My dear John, I'm sending you much love, and until next time, thank you very much, the Prison Show, for making this possible again.
Thank you. Okay, let's go with Crash.
Yeah, this shout out goes out to my brothers over there on Derek's unit. What's up, C-Line? My first shout out goes to you, Dusty. What's up, Dusty? Hopes all is well. Keep your head up. I know times are hard, but better days are yet to come. Much love and respect. This next shout out goes to Hoss. Hoss, I got your letter, bro. I'm gonna get back with you. Let you know about the Aggies, huh? Hope all is well with you, too. Keep your head up. Much love and respect. This next shout out goes to Brandon, aka B9. What's up, bro? Sorry I missed that last shout out last week. I was working, homeboy. Totally forgot, my bad. Hope all is well with you. I'm gonna try to schedule a visit soon. I haven't heard from your little son yet, so I don't know what's going on with him, but I hope he's doing all right. Y'all keep y'all's head up in there. This includes my shout out. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, Miss Linda, you want to do your shout outs now?
Okay, I want to say hello to Stephen Russell. It was good to see you the other day. See that smiling face. Daniel Tellis, Pete Russell, Stephen Long, Brian Davis, Franklin Davis, Howard Lewis, Isidro De La Cruz, William Hudson, John Falk, Demond Blunston, Philo, Micah Brown, Jaime Cole, John Hummel. John, I'll be there to see you soon. I'm hoping they change your date though, but I'll get there to see you. Gary Green, Donald Best, Blaine Milam, Milton Gobert, Paul DeVoe, John Ramirez, Ramiro Gonzalez, Marcus Drury, Patrick Murphy, Robert Roberson, Irving Davis, Perry Austin, Jedediah Murphy, Kerry Allen, Annabelle Canales, Ramiro Ibarra, Larry Hatton, Armando, J.B. Van Story, Ernesto Valaquez, Bill Sims, Charles C. Bolton, Fabian Hernandez, Jose Rivera, Ray Rodriguez, Eddie Gutierrez. It was good to see you the other day, Eddie. Pete Russell and Kelly. That's all my shout outs for tonight.
All right. Thank you.
Okay.
We're ready for Miss Hannah.
Hi, this is a message for Rudy Medrano at Polanski. Hey, my love, how are you? Hoping you're well and that you had a peaceful Easter weekend. It was so good to talk to you again last week. I really do love it. And I have missed hearing your voice since the moment the call ended. It's always amazing to hear you happy and laughing. And I'm really very, very grateful. All fine here, working hard and looking forward to 2 days off, Tuesday and Wednesday. Sent you out 2 long JPay Saturday and Sunday and tried to find the info you wanted from USPS. So hopefully have sent you what you needed. Also sent you an e-com, so keep an eye out for that. Just about to get ready to head to work for the night. So we'll love you and leave you for now. Make sure to take care, and I'm on countdown to the next opportunity of sharing some laughter with you and hearing your voice again. Always wanting to squeeze you so tight. We'll catch up with you more through the week. Okay, take care. Adore you. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Jessica.
Hello, Prison Show. This shout out is for the most handsome husband in the world, my husband Trip, and A-Line at Darrington. Hey, my love, I'm so glad they finally gave you a phone call. I was so happy to hear your voice. I miss you like crazy. Hey, I finally got our anniversary letter, the one with the little fugly monito on the front of the card. It's cute though. I loved it. Babies and my suegros say hi, that they love and miss you. They send you lots of hugs and kisses. And my suegra says for you to take real good care of yourself. All right, my love. Well, I shall see you soon, mi amor, God willing. I hope you have a good night. I love you so, so much. Mwah. Thank you, Prison Show.
Thank you. Heloise.
Hi, this is a shout out for Johnny in the Polanski unit. Hey, Johnny, I just want to let you know that I'm thinking about you. I hope you're okay and you're staying safe. I hope that you're keeping busy, and if you're not, then you might be with all of the letters that you've got heading your way. Take your time with them, no rush. I do feel like my mailman might be putting in for a pay rise soon with how much we've been making in work recently. But do take care of yourself. Know that I'll be thinking about you. I miss you. I can't wait to hear from you. Thanks, Prison Show.
All right. Thank you. Lavina.
Uh-oh. Hello, can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Awesome. All right, so my shout out is to my better half, my other half, Jeffrey Perkins at the High Tower unit. Sweetheart, I love you so much. I loved our visit this past weekend, and I'm so grateful. I just love you so much, babe. I just want you to know I'm praying for you, and I'm by your side forever.
All righty. Thank you. Miss Judy.
Good evening. This shout out is for Rodney Reed. Hey, R, I love you and miss you so, so much. I am back at work this week. I'm hanging in there. Kelly and Jimmy leave tomorrow. I don't have any plans this weekend. We'll just be working at the house to start getting things organized. I have a lot of stuff that I will need to eventually get through and decide what I need to keep and what I need to purge. KB still has a ton of stuff at the house in her old room that she's going to need to go through. So she's going to have to come and figure out what she wants to keep and what she wants to get rid of too. I have a feeling that I'll be going through things on the weekends for some time. Christopher and Chelsea posted some super cute Easter pictures on Facebook that I will copy and send to you when I can. I am way behind on the next batch, and will do what I can to get that caught up. MJ took a trip with her family to Seattle, and there's some pictures from their trip that I will include too. Everyone seems to be doing well. Well, Mr. Reed, I know this is super short, but I just want you to know that I miss you, and that I love you, and that I'm thinking about you. I will talk to you soon. Sending you lots of hugs and kisses. Stay strong. Keep the faith. Continue to hope and dream. Our dreams are alive and well. I'm thinking of you and praying for you. 560 and 626. I love you, Rodney. Mwah, mwah, mwah.
All righty. Okay, Gwen. Oh, Gwen.
Hi, how are you?
I'm like $1 million every day.
Every day. Hey, this is
Every
for
day.
Jason at the Darrington unit. Hey, honey. First of all, everyone's good here. I talked to your mom on the way home the other day, and she was wanting to know how you were. I assured her that you were good and that you looked good. Like really, really good. She just laughed. How's your week been? I hope it's been good. Mine started, okay. No, you know better than that. I was so happy to see you. I always am. I do have to apologize for not keeping it 100% together at the end, but I'll do better next time. I'm so thankful for the time that we have. It just goes by so fast. I'm already counting down the days and planning my time to make this next month go faster until I can make another appointment to come down there. I want to tell you how proud I am of you with everything that's going on. You're so strong. I'm going to go for now. I love you and miss you so much. Every night this week, I've fallen asleep listening to that accidental recording and thinking of you. I'm sending you lots of hugs and kisses and sweet, sweet dreams until you're home. I love you so much. Good night, baby. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Okay. Now that was, okay. And I'm keeping score here, folks. So Caitlin, we're ready for Miss Caitlin's call.
This is a shout out for Beto Garza and Plumsky. Hey boo, how are you? I hope that you're in good health, spirits, staying safe and positive, and that there's a smile on your handsome face. As for me, all is good. I'm off work today, and at the moment I am sitting out in my backyard just enjoying the weather. It is beginning to get warm. It's like 55 degrees now, so It's nice to be able to see some sunshine anyway, and to hear the birds singing. I don't know if you can hear them at the moment, but they're in the distance. I can hear them sing, and some of them are flying over my head. My mom is asking for you, and she hopes that you're well. Thank you for your letters, which I received this week. And as usual, they brought a huge smile to my face to hear from you. Please remember to stay safe and to always know that you're my heart, thoughts, and prayers, and that I'm blessed that I have you in my life. So, good night, sweet dreams, and sending you the biggest hugs wrapped up in love and magic. And to everybody at the prison show, a big, big thank you for making this happen.
All right. Thank you. Okay. I am down to iPhone De La Cruz. Let's try you one more time.
Oh, I'm so sorry. We were
That's all right.
coming back in from out of town and it wouldn't turn on. Anyway, it's good to see everybody. Thanks for all the information, and want to give a shout out to my baby at the Polensky unit. Hey, mijo, it's me, mommy. Just wanted to make sure that you hear my voice today, and I miss you and I love you, and it was good to hear your voice over the phone. And your dad's going to see you soon, which is this Thursday, but you're not going to get this until Friday. But either way, we love you, and everything's going good here. And also the right stuff, I took care of that. So they are going to give you credit for your books. And we're doing good. But it's good to see everybody. And of course, your dad's over there doing his dealings like he always does with his stuff. But let me run over there and say hi. So that, go take the phone to him so he can say hello. But like I said, it's good to hear everybody's voices. Hey, you need to get over here real quick. Come and say hi to baby. Hurry, because there's other people.
Hey, mijo.
Look at the camera.
This is Dad. I guess I'll see you this Thursday. I'll go see you. I love you, and you take care, okay? Good night.
That's the mister. Anyway, thanks. Y'all
All
have
right.
a good evening. Good night, mijo. I love you.
Y'all too. All right. Thank you very much. Okay. We're ready for Miss Kathy's call. Miss Kathy on Dave's phone.
Hi, Prison Show. This is Kathy Newton. My shout out is for Randy Strickland on the Polensky unit. Hi, babe. I just think it's easier just to call in than I know I'm going to make it on the show. Monday nights just get a little crazy sometimes. I miss you. I love you. And every song that comes on the radio, I think, oh, that's our song. Oh, that's going to be our song. It's crazy. But I think about you all the time. And I want to send you some pictures from my trip to Arkansas last weekend. I'll try to do that today. And I love you. I love you. I love you. Thank you, Prison Show. Bye.
Well, thank you. Okay, let me see where I'm at here. I need just regular plain old iPhone, which I don't see now. So, okay, let me move on. That one's dropped off. 9272. Last four, 9272. Look like that one just, no, 9272. You need to unmute and speak to us.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
All right. I just want to shout out to Eric Wayne Lloyd in the Garza West unit and let him know that I am here and that I am working to get justification for everything that's happened. and to let him know that I love him from the deepest parts of my heart and soul, and I'm not going anywhere. Thank you, Hank.
You're very welcome. Okay.
Have a wonderful evening, guys.
Pardon me?
Have a wonderful evening.
Oh, you too. You too. Thank you.
Thank you.
Miss Lydia.
Shout out is for Beto. Hola, mijo. Just letting you know that we're good, mijito. The girls gathered at Tia Gracie's, Tia Patty, Tia Janie, Tina, Andrea's girls. Andrea had to work, so Tina took the girls over for the Easter egg hunt. And we didn't go because Jorge had a sore throat, and we just didn't want to get the girls sick, the kids sick. And Tia Rosa was at the beach. They got back Saturday. David spoke with Jorge. And Tia Early was up in Austin with Edward. They posted a picture on Facebook. They were over at that nice restaurant at that university there. And I texted Jennifer Lee about you calling her. She does not work nights. And I told her the days you call, so she will be expecting a call from you. And I'm sure she will be writing to you. I will get the guys signed up on Signals and Lakeside. And I sent you a JP last week. I wrote the dates. We are going to be allowed to send cards, but they have to be postmarked a certain date in April, June, and December. So I gave those dates to your tias, and hopefully they will be sending cards, okay? I love you and I miss you. Te mando un fuerte abrazo, muchos besos y mucho amor, papacito. Cuídate. Saludos to the guys, and being thankful for being able to call. Okay, thank you. Thank you very much to all that make this possible. Bye. Love you.
Thank you, Miss Lydia. Okay, well, next up here is 2388.
I'd like to make my shout out to all the brothers from the church at Ferguson. Forgive me, my brothers, but I lost my list. So I'm saying my shout out to you people today. God bless you. My prayers are with you. And the best for you. You guys take care, be good, and be careful. Well, son, Philip, like I have been saying before, this is the year. Pretty soon, my son, pretty soon, God will be sending you home with the blessing of the Lord. Forgive me, my son, is that you know how I suffer from dementia, and I don't know where I place that list. Tell the brothers that forgive me, but next Friday, I'll have the list out, and I'll do a real good shout out to each one of them. Okay, son. You have a good night. You take care. Say your prayers like we've been saying our prayers for you to the Lord our God. Be good, son Philip. Be good. Take care. God bless. Love you. Thank you. Prison Radio.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Miss Peta.
Hey, nah, you, Daddy. Bye, honey. Bye, me, honey. Tonight, maybe the daddy.
And this message is for my husband, Preston, at the Win Unit. Honey, I was just calling you to let you know that I love you and I miss you. And I'm so lucky to have you. Also to let you know that I will be setting a visit next week so that we can have the video visit. Um, other than that, we're just home and Pita's in school. I guess I'll write to you tonight and let you know about everything else. But all right, honey, I love you. Good night. Sweet dreams, and I love you. Bye-bye.
Okay, thank you. Cece. I do not see Cece now. It appears she's. Nope, I see it. Cece?
Hi, Prison Show. This is for Eastham. You know, after every Friday visit, I go to In-N-Out. I can't wait to come back and see you for Saturday before I hop back on my flight. It's been a really long week. We are now trying out 12-hour shifts. So that'll now be a 16-hour shift at work. So we'll see how that goes. And I'll have lots of entertaining letters to write you about that. I hope you're doing well. I hope you've gotten better and everything is back on track. I miss you very much, and I will see you soon. Thank you, Prison Show.
All right, thank you. Miss Stacy. Oh, yeah.
This is to my husband, Sporty Black at Eastham Unit. Hey, baby love, it's a Monday afternoon here in Virginia, and a nice warm spring one at that. It would be even nicer if you were here with me or I was there with you. Maybe soon, I trust. Yeah, babe, our Friday night calm and strength, letting you know I'm out here all and forevermore yours as you're mine. I've heard from you today, the grounding of our third 29th pages. Yeah, baby, that's what I'm talking about. I got the strength in our pages. Sweetheart, to let you know how everyone's doing on the home front. The girls are all right. They're just tripping with their stuffed toys, and I'm tripping on them. Yeah, boo. You know, they're just like small children, and for real, our pets are our children. We're responsible for them when they're behaving or misbehaving, but they're being pretty good. As for me, I'm doing fine. I got the hair done for you. Yeah, a bit of pamper last week. I've called the docs with the treatment, and it's approved, but there isn't a plan yet, and I'll let you know when I know. We got Susie 2 squared away, but I keep forgetting I've her tagged and not used her. But by the time you get this delayed kissing, mwah, I've had her on the road. Yeah, boo, all's well. I just miss you extremely much. I'll be sending you out a JPay tonight and an envelope or 2 in the morning. Sweetheart, this is just a hug, sending you our mantra. Be healthy and safe and stay focused and tough. And know our foundation is solid and real. I love you so much, baby. I love you deeply. Mwah. Take care, sweetheart. I love you, Sporty. Take care. Mwah.
Okay, 6657. 6657. Unmute and come to us. 6657. All right, moving ahead. 377. Oh, okay.
My phone acted up on me. I'm so sorry. This shout out is to my nephew Wesley at the Collingsworth unit. Just want you to know that I'm thinking about you and you're in our prayers. I hope you're doing well. We had a nice Easter for all the kids here. And Teresa, Daniel, and Alicia all said tell you hello, and they wish they could do the shout out with me. So I just want you to know that you're always in our hearts and in our thoughts. So God bless you, keep you safe, and I'll give another shout out next week. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. 3774. 3774. There you go.
Yes, hello. Thank you so much. This shout out is for my brother Philip and the brothers at church at Ferguson. I hope y'all had a nice Sunday, a day of Jesus has risen. And I just want to say that my prayers are still going out to y'all and wishing y'all the best, and hope that the weather out there in Texas is okay. Out here in Florida, it's not too bad. Philip, the girls, my girls, they say hi, and my grandbabies, they both say hi and wishing you lots of love, and they miss you. And I just want to say, keep it up, keep up the faith. Just like Dad said earlier, we just want you to stay on the straight and narrow, and for you to know that, we all love you and that we keep thinking about you and your prayer group. And we hope the best for y'all. And that we just miss you all the time. And this is the year, and we shall see you out and about this year. So just love you and miss you, and hope to hear from you soon. Thank you, Prison Show. Excuse me.
All right. That's all right. Thank you. Okay, 9874. 9874.
Yeah, this shout out's for my son Wesley there in Pulaski. Just want to let you know we're always thinking about your son and we love you. Plan on bringing Paula at the end of this month to see you. I've checked today and they said that you do have a visit. So hopefully everything stays the same, and make sure nobody else comes. And I'll let Miss Paula say something to you. Love you, son.
Hey, Wesley, it's the Flower Girl. We got your letter today. And your dad read that you're going to give me a hard time when I come in. Well, we'll see about that. Your dad, he got home early enough tonight to where we had supper, finished supper by 7 o'clock. Usually it's like 7 o'clock when he's been getting home, and he's leaving at, 4:30 in the morning. But last week, the whole week, he had like the week from hell. But this week, hopefully, this will be a better week. It started out good today. So hopefully I'll get to come see you soon. I love you and I miss you. Take care. Thank you, guys. Have a good evening.
All right. Thank you. 5934.
Hello?
Yes.
Okay, hello. I just wanted to do a shout out for my husband, John Ramirez. Hey, love, I got your scroll letter and your much too needed love letters today. I'm really enjoying what I'm seeing in the scroll letter 7, so keep those coming. I'm looking forward to see you on Thursday. You won't hear this till after our visit, but I'm expecting to have my face hurt from laughter for all the nonstop laughter. Work is really bad. We're having a lot of veterans walk off and putting us in a deeper problem of not having enough people. So it's been a real struggle lately, but hopefully it'll get better soon. But forgive me for keeping this short. I've got really bad back pain from pulling my back again. So I love you, and I'll see you soon. Thank you, Prison Show.
Thank you. Okay, Marie, Marie, you're on.
Hey.
Hey.
This shout out is for my husband, Paul David, at the Ferguson unit. Hey, babes. Hope you're doing okay. Gracias a Dios, we're all doing good. Well, babe, today I had a great day. Y well, by now, tú ya sabes por qué. Grayson was here for a little bit. Elijah también estaba aquí, as you know. Hasta me enseñó a jugar su little game, pero lo hice que se enojara. It was really funny. Pero by now, you already know all about it. Pero bueno, te me cuidas mucho, and I love you. Saranhe, babe. Thank you, guys.
All right. Thank you. Let's see. Where am I now? Rosie, you're on.
Hey.
Hey.
How are y'all today?
Like $1 million bucks.
All right, that's awesome. Better hope we can't spend it, huh? But this shout out is for Paul David Romero. He's in Ferguson unit. Hey, mijo, I was just here thinking about you a lot. Remembering when we used to go to the park for Easter, rode down that big hill, get all dirty and everything with the grass. I hope you remember those days. We used to do that picnics and all that. I was telling Hess about it earlier the other day. I think it was yesterday or Saturday we were talking about it. We rode down that hill and tried to get to the bottom and push our cousins and everything. Memories went flying by this weekend. I'm hoping you're doing okay. We're doing all right. I miss you. The kids said hi. Yesterday we did we hid some eggs for the kids, and Kimberly cut some fruit and everything, and then she bought a piñata, and the kids broke that piñata and everything. They had a good time. But well, we just missed you. But anyways, mijo, well, I wish you were here with us. But well, I guess I'll let somebody else talk. Y'all have a good night. Love you, mijo. I miss you. Hope to hear from you soon. Bye, guys. Thank you, guys.
All right, thank you. I hope those people at your house stop fighting. All right.
He's watching.
All right.
My husband's watching the soccer or something. I don't know what he's watching on TV. Sorry about that, guys.
All righty. Mysterious Mike Lewis, you ready to do yours?
Yeah, I'm ready to do my shout out. Too bad the Cougars are not in the national title, but we'll come back next year.
The who?
Okay, the guys of Texas. Here's some shout outs for you. Dennis Hope, Jamie Cuppett, Stephen Russell, Guy Alexander. Shout out to Michelle Bateman, Manuel Marino, Michael Marino, Haas, K Money, Jovan, Philip Perez, Philip in Dallas. Hope you're doing much better. Tasha wants me to do a shout out to Payday, shout out to Oz, Thomas Matt, shout out to Edward Ruiz, Adam Wilkerson, Barry Barrett. Here's my other shout outs to Katie Keble, Brian Bolt, Willie McNulty, Samuel Holmes, Jimmy Young, and shout out to Matt Burchett, Wildman Bardot, Samuel Harris, Robert Satillo, Mark McKiska, Joseph Johnson Jr., shout out to Troy Glover, Mr. Hawkins, Lloyd Barres, Christopher Dye, John R. Green, Thomas Ramirez, Edward Darrell Harmon, Fred D. La Raza, Stephen M. McGee, Joseph Delamarco, Bill R. Sims, and I hope that everybody's doing well. And now back to Sacrificial Lamb on the Prison Show.
All righty. Giovanna, we're ready for you.
Hi, guys.
How you doing?
Pretty good, pretty good. This message is for Andres Vargas at FTC Houston. Hey, baby, it was so amazing to see you last week. I missed you so much. You're looking good. You're looking better. Just keep up the faith. Keep praying every day, all day long, like you told me. We'll get through this road. We'll get through this hump. I miss you a lot. Like I tell you every day, I miss you and I love you and I think about you from morning to night. Sissy says to tell you hi. She's here in our bed with her sprained ankle up. But this also goes to all the guys there with. They miss you. Thank you, guys.
Okay, thank you. Let's see. Phoenix. And I don't see Phoenix anymore. All right. Phoenix looks to have dropped off. Okay. Monica. Monica?
Hello? Hello,
There you-
everyone?
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, great. So this message goes to my husband, Juan, at the Polanski unit. Here's your wife, Monica, sending this shout out from Germany. I love you so much, and I'm thinking of you always, and I hope it will be possible to travel again, maybe later this year or next year. And I really miss you so much. Thank you, Prison Show.
Well, you're very welcome. Okay. Cheryl,
Hello.
how you doing?
I'm doing better now that it took me only one time to figure out the unmute. So yay, maybe I will remember now. My shout out tonight goes to Anthony Hanby at Ferguson, and me and the animals just want to send our love and let you know that we still haven't learned an Easter song, but next week we will be singing Happy Birthday, because my birthday is not this Saturday, but the next one. And so get ready, Hank. We're going to do it. I just want to let you know we're thinking about you, praying for you every day, and sending you letters every day and all that good stuff. And we're signing petitions and writing letters. So I hope everybody out there is doing the same. And everybody have a great week, and we'll talk to you next week. Thanks, everybody.
Well, thank you. Deb L. Deb L., unmute and speak to us, please. Oh, Deb. All right, we'll come back to you. Elsa.
Good evening. This is going out to the hubster Juan Segura over at East Ham Unit. Hey, babe, how are you doing? I'm sorry I wasn't able to get on last week. I was sick. Just want to tell you that I love you so much. You know you're my addiction, babe. I will be seeing you tomorrow, which that'd be Saturday. I'll see you this weekend. Can't wait to see you. Sending you lots of hugs and kisses. I love you beyond measures. Good night, babe. See you soon. Bunch of hugs and kisses, and love you very, very much. Bye. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Deb L., I'm going to call on you again.
Hi, this is Deb. My son's at Allred, so I don't think he can get on or hear this shout out, but if he could, I just want him to know I love him, and thanks for doing this for all the guys and girls.
Well, you're absolutely welcome, and you might be surprised how well the grapevine works sometimes. If somebody gets on a bus and transfers up there, they may carry word with them.
Well, thanks. That'd be good to hear.
You want to go ahead and talk to him?
No, he knows I love him.
Okay. All righty. Well, have a good evening. Thank you. And that is, let's see, it brings me around to Kathy Molitor.
Hi. Giving a shout out to my friend John Thiessen on Polunsky Unit, from your friend Kathy in Houston. Joining my new friend Milena in Germany, who taught me how to use the call. And she stayed up till 2 a.m. so she could get in and talk to John. So we waved at each other on the Zoom screen and kind of got to know each other by a phone call this afternoon. So John, thanks for introducing me yet to another friend that we all have in common. I'm praying that the infinite wisdom of God support you in your legal work and your desires and your hopes. And I thank you very much, The Prison Show, for this chance to send some greetings.
Well, we sure appreciate every call we get. Well, you know, it always humbles us because of the number of people that just, you know, keep calling, the number of new people that come on, the number of people that call from Europe and everything. The calls are really what this show is about. I mean, we share some information in the first hour, but the calls are the meat of the show. And Ray always taught us that, and we've stuck to that, and we firmly believe that. So thank everyone that thanks us. All righty. Let's see here. Where am I? Christina's iPhone. Oh, Christina. Christina. Okay, we got Christina. I'll come back to you. Thomas Handy. And now I don't see Thomas Handy on here either. Yeah, all right, that's a shame. Dawn Runyon. Hey, Dawn, unmute and come to us. Try your other unmute. All right, I'll give you a minute and we'll come back to you. Let's see. iPhone Claudia. Where is iPhone Claudia? iPhone Claudia.
Hi.
There you are. There you are. We can hear you.
Hola, mi amor, ¿qué tal? Pues aquí felices, quiero que contigo porque Hermie
Yes.
nos dio la sorpresa Jason, que ahora llegó. No nos lo esperábamos después de 2 años que no lo habíamos visto. Como ya te había comentado en la carta, el sábado es la boda de Jordi. Espero que estés bien, mi amor. Ahora te mandé una carta, te mandé un JPEG también. Cuídate mucho, que ya te bendiga. I love you so much. Take care, mi amor. Bye. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Okay, now let me try Christina's iPhone again.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now.
Apparently, I had to go into my settings. It wouldn't let me unmute. Can we tell I'm a first timer?
Well, I'm glad you're on. First timers are always good for us.
Thank you. I don't know if this even reaches where mine's at. My fiance is in Roach Unit. His name's Malik. Just want to say I love you and I miss you. I know you'll probably be calling me in a little bit, so this is a little late, I suppose, but just want to send my prayers and tell you miss you whenever I can't talk to you. Got a visit scheduled for my birthday weekend. Yay. Can't wait to lay eyes on you and allow you to lay eyes on me. Just pretty much just miss you and love you. Can't wait to see you. Thank you, guys.
All right. Thank you. So that brings me around Thomas Handy. Dawn Runyon. I see Thomas Handy is gone. Now it looks like Dawn is gone too. Okay, so that's the last two I have on my list. We had somebody that had a couple more words to say, 9272. Helena? Got to unmute. Okay. All right, Helena, I'm calling on you. Okay, and that should, is there anybody that I've missed? I didn't think so. I've been pretty tedious about writing this down and making sure I get everybody checked off. David, you got a bunch of mail, don't you?
Hello.
There you
Hello.
are. Yes.
6362. I wasn't called, but I thought you were finished with everyone.
Okay. Yeah, go right ahead.
Doing a shout out for Isidro in the Polanski unit. Just wanting to let you know, Isidro, that we're continue. Well, and first of all, thank you all so much. I continue praying for you. I hope that the lawyers will free you soon. And Nathan is doing good. I hope you received the book that I sent you already. If you need anything else, just write to me. That's all. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Well, thank you. Thank
Bye-bye.
you for letting me know. I didn't want to miss anybody. And
Thank you.
Cowboy
Bye-bye.
Dave. All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Cowboy Dave. You're muted.
Yeah.
There you go.
Me of all people would know, huh? Let's we'll make a shout out to Salvador Cappuccino Jr., Donald Bohm, Hector Pacheco Morales, Jeffrey Lacing, Scott Pleasant, Bill R. Sims. How you doing, Bill? I got another letter from you the other day. Bill wants to know how that Dollar Club's going. So everybody realize that Dollar Club come from Bill. You guys send us $1. Used to do it in the classified, just said send $1 too. And here at the prison show, you have plenty of reason to be sending $1. Just send $1 to KPFT. That's all we got to say. Pete Signs, Norris Wimblush, Jaime Leveno. Guys, if I get your name wrong, I'm trying real hard. Hey, look, there's one from Hank Lamb. It says Dr. Hank Lamb. It's funny you send me letters, man. They get put in the inmate pile. Donald Fuller, Stephen Sandbloom, Woody Cravens, Roy Shiloh, DeFranklin, Steve Hansen, Charles Wolf, Larry Morgan, Randy Mayo, Harley Rome, and Christopher Galejos. And I want to make a special shout out to Kasul. I hadn't heard from you in a while. I did see that your name popped up there in the news. Hang in there, Kasul. Hopefully you've recovered from your COVID and you didn't have any side effects off of that. But y'all just hang in there.
I've got a couple here too. Wow, we're kind of early here.
Yeah, that's what I was looking at. I was gonna pull a Ray, but like I said the other night, we can play a song.
Well, I've got one more caller here too.
There's a lot of things we can actually talk about. There's a lot of stuff.
Oh yeah, a lot of stuff going on. We've got one more caller here, 9272. When I called on her before, she was with the customer.
Hello, Hank.
How you doing?
Thank you. I just want Eric Lloyd to know that no matter where they put him, whether it's SAG for not shaving or whatever it is that they do, it's not going to keep us from being able to communicate. They took our visitations away. They suppressed him, but I'm here and I want him to stay strong and not to give up. This year is going to be your year and you're going to get out. So just remember, I love you with all my heart and soul. Thank you, Hank.
All right. Thank you. Okay. I want to give a quick shout out to Joe Laws. I've got two from you. Peter Ellington, I've got one from you. Samuel Harris and Michael Whitman. These are some letters that I've still not been able to get answered. And Richard Douglas sent me some stuff about some books he's written. And I passed that on here recently. I've got the original copies that I can send to you, David. And,
let me look over them.
Yeah, you might be interested in them too. So anyway, I'm hopefully I'm going to get in this week and get our mail. Our GM told me he would call me when he was heading in there this week, and then I found out this afternoon.
Dinner with him. He wants to have dinner.
Well, there you go.
Contact him either Wednesday or Thursday, and we'd have dinner.
Okay.
Yeah, I had a lot of questions for him. On one hand, I understand not getting in the building, but on the other hand, we need to get a crew up and get in there and do whatever we can to either get back in that building or find another building, move our equipment to another building. We got to.
Well, he's got that in mind, and he just hasn't been able to move on that.
I mean, he's always got good advice and good answers. I like David.
Yeah, me too.
I want to get David on the show. He hadn't been on our show, and every time we talk about it, that's another reason why we're going to have dinner. I want to get him on the show and give him a chance. Here's Sylvia. Sylvia's coming in. Give her time for her audio.
Yeah, let it connect.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should get him on here. I mean, it's one thing for folks for a year to hear the same old song and dance from us about the mail and the situations, between TDCJ and between USPS and between us being, only periodically being able to get in the building and get our mail. The surest way has been to write to you at your house, David, but not everybody.
This handful of mail I just grabbed is all from January. And
I'm up into February and March now.
Yeah. I mean, it's April. And it's not my fault. It comes in the mailbox.
I know. We try, we get our hands on it and we start answering, but it takes a while for us to get it.
You want to unmute and say some shout outs?
Hello, Sylvia.
Yeah, she got right in. She may not be ready yet.
Well, all right. There she is.
There I am. Yeah. Took me a little time. You get old, you forget about all this technical stuff. Just shout out to my son. Hope he's doing okay. Hope he had a good day yesterday. I did get to go see him, I was glad to see him. It was an hour, but it was worth it. And then We had a good day yesterday. Just letting you know, we spent it at Rudy's house. The kids were just having fun, and we had a good day. So I hope you're okay. I pray for you every day, and you need to do the same. And I appreciate you guys. Thank you for letting us in and talking to him. So y'all have a good night. God bless.
Well, thank you. You too.
All
Say
right.
hi to the girls for us. You know,
I sure will.
okay.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Tell them we could use a song every now and then.
Oh, okay. I'll let her know. All right. Bye-bye.
All right.
I miss
All right.
Sylvia.
Thank you.
Good night.
You know, Hank, you was talking about health earlier, and I was about medical and all the stuff that's going on down there. And I was thinking about mental health. You know, a lot of the guys, we don't broadcast too much, but suicide, the numbers are outrageous. A lot of the guys are depressed. Whenever I was down there, I used to know a guy who would cut himself. There's guys that, I mean, they're just, you know, whenever you do time, believe it or not, you go through, everybody goes through a certain amount of depression. And you have, I remember Ann used to always tell the guys to keep their heads up, hold their heads high. And we use that phrase, fake it till you make it. But there's a lot of times, man, if you can hold your head high and you act like as if you're not depressed, and you get into a routine. That's what's important about prison is to get into a routine. Miss Terry was talking about all those books that those guys are reading. Man, read some books. Get out of that cell. You know, whenever I was a librarian for a while because I wanted to make sure I had plenty of access to books, because you can travel the world whenever you're reading the books. You can go anywhere you want. You don't have to be in that cell. And it's not like the same fantasy life that you get whenever you're an ad seg. You're actually reading something and you're working your mind. I found that whenever I didn't use my mind, whenever I was just doing mundane things all the time, my thought process slowed way down because I lived my life in the fantasy world. But by reading books and getting into a routine, I'm not telling you to get off and be all religious and not, but read the Bible. There's 66 books in that Bible. Read a Quran. Get into some studies. Do some correspondence courses. You know, I got my Bachelor of Arts degree while I was in there. The important thing is to keep your mind active. It helps you cope better with life inside that prison environment. It's strange. It's new to you. I don't care how much time you do. It's not going to be normal. It's just not the norm. There's all those loud noises. It's scary, unfamiliar surroundings, all the concrete and steel. It's uncomfortable. You can't get peace and quiet. There's never peace and quiet in prison. So it's annoying. And
it's not just your attitude; it's everybody else's too. And you got to deal with
it. Control it. So
here
you are, 3:00 in the morning trying to get some sleep, and your neighbor over there, he's drank too much coffee, and so he starts rapping and beating on the walls. Or we used to have some Hispanic guys, really wonderful singers, but come midnight, they just start off into a song. And I mean, you can't control that. And no matter how wonderful of a voice they have at midnight and you're trying to sleep, that's annoying, you know?
Yeah.
But you got to learn how to cope with it. You know, I learned a trade while I was down there. And a lot of times I couldn't depend on the education to get in to take my trade, but I got a job in maintenance. And I know that they talk about the slave labor and everything, but I use my job today. I learned how to do plumbing. I learned how to work on locks. I learned how to do air conditioning and electricity and just anything that came my way whenever I was in the maintenance department and they needed, I mean, it's like, here, hold my sign. I'm fixing to go in here. I'm going to go learn this, whether I know it or not, because I knew that I didn't want to be incarcerated forever. And that was my only way to get out. And I didn't have anything in the free world. You know, people talk about being rescued. Yeah, I was rescued, man. I had to do something to get out and have a better life for myself. And today I do. And
you know, they talk about the slave labor aspect of it. And I know that like working in the fields is not the greatest job or anything, but I worked in the kitchen every chance I got because I wanted to eat and I needed to put weight back on after being out there in the street and tore up. And I worked in the maintenance warehouse, you know, and I read all the time like you're talking about. And the reading it's good for your mental processes on top of the fact that it takes you out of your immediate surroundings with what you're reading.
Yeah.
keeps you
Take advantage
sharper.
before you get out to get ready for reentry. I was talking to somebody the other day that whenever I was incarcerated, on the average, I made about 25 decisions a day. Believe it or not, it was that small. And whenever I got out, it was automatically about 100 decisions a day. I mean, you guys, you got what, 4 or 5 different type of ramen noodles? You ought to go down to Kroger, man. There's at least 20 or 30 different type of ramen noodles. It's hard to decide what you want to eat. Now you just go down to Burger King and they got this whole giant menu. You got at least 12 different hamburgers, let alone the chicken and the fish and the tacos and breakfast. I mean, so many choices.
I want cheese?
Yeah.
They keep throwing stuff at you every day.
So, I mean, it's like what actually comes on the burger, what kind of a burger I want. And then you can always add bacon to that. So it's really hard to make your decisions, but you guys can get your jobs lined up, where you want to work, what kind of work you want, have your loved ones maybe send you some type of classified ads, get your resume ready. I mean, there's lots of stuff you can do on the inside to be ready to hit that ground on the outside. And I hate to say it, but we're out of time. It is it's that time. So y'all stay tuned for the future of what. And thanks for tuning in, and we'll be back here next Friday.